Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo, protein spill, and Alpha.
Check.
You're out.
Check. Check 99.
Look at me, zipper.
On 1st and 10. Daniels. Flushed out right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. It's complete to Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yards.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Christian, Travis. Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to get the 1st out here as he's up to the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Switch.
Back to throw. Daniels. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniels. Open man is Trey Burton. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
No score after one on EA Sports.
With no score.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. Hey.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Ready? 10 logo.
Check. 42's the mark. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42.
On 3rd down, Daniels. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Five.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to loft one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Undercut.
To throw from his end zone, Daniels going up top. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Green 18. Watch his flat. Green 18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. To throw is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start with a give to Cohen, and an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down now. It's Cohen, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot 64.
He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chicago.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
X3, 218, chop.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for number 21. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Now!
2nd and 15. And he completes it to Cohen. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready, ready. 42. Hey, echo. What's tight? 80 weapons. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down. Check 4, check 4. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Spine. Hey, Delta. No, get it.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better be afraid.
And to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Coming. Watch safety creep. Watch it. Safety's creeping.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards on the ground.
1st down, Bears.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On second down, Slade. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasted. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go.
At their own 1-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, that's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You to 50. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards. The pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throw caught here by Bird. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
2nd and 12 at the Bears' 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
6-6, pull it high. Deep rip.
To throw on second down, Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his tight end, Burton. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They try again with Cohen. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Daniels. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
49, X3, 218, chopper. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Back to throw. Rodgers steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This is Cullen. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever